Greetings, everyone. Well, for today's video, we're going to do something a little bit different here. I've had the pleasure of owning two different watches made by Fossil, and I've had them for so long that the watches have, or the bands have broken, or are about to break, and are needing replacement. They've been worn. So in today's video, I'm going to demonstrate replacing a watch strap on a Fossil watch. The process is probably very similar to others. These are leather band watches that I'm going to be doing here. And also this will combine a little bit of unboxing, more like unwrapping. I've already tested the process on one of my watches, and I'll show it in a little bit better detail of what was going on with this one, but actually we'll go ahead and we'll do that now here. Okay. So what I've got here is I've got my couple of watches here. Now let me go ahead and show you this watch. This watch, they call it the Coachman, I think. It is CH, come on, focus in there. Okay. So this is called the CH2564, which is in black. This is the new strap that I just put on here. The thing that I really liked about this watch is I just kind of liked the look of the extra strap coming off onto here, just kind of make it look a little, kind of bigger, a little bulky, even though not really. I mean, it's just a single strap like this that's sort of connected onto there. You could just as easily have a plain leather band on there as well. But I just really like this, and so when I was in the mood for browsing Fossil's website to see what the watches were and just kind of salivate over them a little bit, this is one of the ones that came to me. It's not my first watch, but let me just demonstrate the reason why I needed to replace the watch. So this is the original band that came with it. And you can tell over time that the leather has tanned significantly, which is normal, just normal processing. So here again, genuine leather, older version of the Fossil brand, and that's the CH2564. So it's the same product, it's the same serial code. So what happened was basically here, well, there's two things that happened. Here, this part just kind of ripped off over time, because again, I've had this watch for a while. Over here, you can see the extreme wear that's happened on that, and it looks like it was about to fail. Also, the other thing that happened was the piece that holds the leftover strap, like this thing here, originally had something a little bit different. Instead of a solid strap, it was two thin straps connected about here that went underneath 1 and 2, but they were very thin. And they also kind of failed as well. So then you were just kind of left with a watch that just sort of hung off like this, which I was not really thrilled with at all. But it was, it's age, so these are not expected to last for very long. At least the leather ones here. You can see a little bit just how worn it is from here. So here's actually the pin here, the extra one, so this could be kept. It doesn't have there's a piece underneath here that you use, and it's under here as well. There's a little hole for it there, but I think I lost the other version of this when I was undoing it, but I can at least maybe still keep this little pin here if I need to. So let me go ahead and also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a similar one on this watch over here, but let me show a little difference here. So this will be a little bit of a review. So the bands are essentially the same, but there's just a couple key differences. You'll notice that in this original band here, it's a bit of a raising. It's almost a little bit more rounded. I mean, it is. It's kind of rounded. You can see the elevation there. And these studs, which are very sharp looking, are raised like that. They're like kind of more rounded studs. The replacement that I got, the style is essentially the same, except they did do one of these, which is just solid, and I think better overall, which is kind of what I would prefer. I mean, the other one looked really sporting, but it just wasn't ever going to be as as solid, so I'm glad that they do have this. But you'll notice that the band itself is very flat. There's no raisedness to it at all. It's very flat, so it loses a third-dimensional texture. And the metal studs here are extremely flat as well, so they don't raise off like the original one does. And I think that this new version, I mean, it's again not broken in much. I've only had it for just a couple days. I don't know. I think the original just had a little bit more character to it, as far as more depth, more third-dimensional shape to it. But well, it is what it is. It keeps the spirit of the watch, the spirit of the band. Spirit of the band. Sounds like I'm describing a new lead singer to a musical group. It maintains the spirit of the wristband, so I'm overall happy with it. Modernizations aside. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to replace the band on this watch, because this watch also, this piece here is getting old enough that it can actually slip out here. It's just getting stretched out enough. This piece isn't quite so worn off. I just don't think, there was a time where I wasn't wearing this for very much, but you can tell here that this part has definitely started to fail, and so this happens a lot, so it'll make it really easy for getting it off. It's the part where the little pin comes in that's supposed to help you sort of squeeze it off. I can't even find it on this one. I didn't actually look. My plan was I was just going to try it on the one watch, and then I would just do this one here just for kicks, so you can see how it's done. So this is the turn it upside down, CH2885. See my mouth moving there. Yeah, this is my first Fossil watch that I got, and I like it. It's got a little timer here. It'll time half seconds twice, and then it's got a second counter down here, which turns into a minute counter. It'll count up to an hour, so it's got a little stopwatch there. So that's neat. I didn't say what this one was. This one, it has a 24-hour clock, and it has a second hand, which goes up to 60, and once that's completed, then it'll start doing up to a half hour there. So that's neat there. Okay, but what I have here, this is a replacement for this strap. I just figured might as well do that because I really like the shape of the black one here, the Coachman. And so I want to do that for this one. So we'll just unwrap this. It's almost an unboxing video. It's an unwrapping video. Okay. Plastic crinkling for you ASMR types. No judgment. I like them too. Maybe not the plastic crinkly ones though. It's a little bit too much. So, as you can see, it is essentially the same as the black, except it would go for a watch of CH2565, which is in brown. The pins are already in place, so you don't have to worry about that, and they're set properly, so that way you can do the little squeezy bit. It's a very technical term, the squeezy bit. You do that like that. It kind of hurts you down here a little bit, but I don't have my guitar calluses to do that. But that's how you get it in. So we're going to do that. But first, I got to get it off. So again, these are the original straps. Just a plain brown strap. It was fine. But we'll go ahead and we'll start taking this off here if I can manage it. And you don't even need any tools to do it. That's the great thing. So you don't need tools to do it. Just long enough fingernails, I guess. Oh. Oof. Hang on, we'll get it. There we go. A little grabby spot right there. Another very technical term, grabby spot. This one, I mean, I don't have to, it's tricky because I'm like trying to watch myself through my phone while I'm doing this. Okay. Almost looks weird when it's just by itself. I used to have a watch at one point that just had just the face, and then it hung by a strap from your belt, like this, almost like a belt clip. I remember I really liked that watch, but I have no idea whatever happened to it. That was a long time ago. Alright, so there's little holes in here that line up with it. And, well, I did it with the other one, so I should be able to do it with this one too. Maybe I'll... It's also tricky because I'm trying to watch it here and trying to keep it in focus for you so you can see it. How would I do this? Like that, maybe? Oh, maybe I was doing it this way. Oh, I think I was doing it this way. Find the little hole for the pin. Trying to. And, or maybe I should be doing it like this here. There we go. Okay, now I think I got what I need to do. Oh, if I can. Oh, I think I almost had it. Maybe you guys can leave a comment to see how long does it take me to actually install this thing. Wait a minute. Oops. Let's try it this way. I think that'll make more sense. And for like the whole time you guys are watching and you're just like, dude, this guy's an imbecile. We're really close. I don't know, maybe I'm going to edit this for content. Probably not. Well, it should fit in here. Just a matter of letting it find the hole, which is really tricky. Because that other one just isn't finding it. Well, I hope this works. If it doesn't, then that kind of defeats the whole point of this video. It's like right there. It shouldn't be this tricky. Ah, finally. That took a lot longer than it was supposed to. Okay, but it's on. Look at that. Has a nice effect to it. It's not the face that was designed for this band, obviously. It's supposed to be like this, except it's kind of more clear with some tan and light tan features in there. Now, let's see if I can get this side, but not with all the taking forever. Get this pin in here. And let's see if I can get my finger behind here to do this. No tools required, but maybe there's one that would be useful for this process. Oh, got it. Wow, that took a lot quicker than the other time did. Okay, it's on. Nice. Let's go ahead and put it on here. Oh, it's a fresh, stiff band. Okay. There we go. How about that? Maybe it looks a little giant on a thin little wrist like mine. But I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, by the way, this video isn't sponsored by Fossil. I just thought that this would be a fun idea to try. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments what your thought is of replacing a watch with the Coachman style wristband. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.